So many women put their life on hold until they get married. Now, that may just be a woman shooting herself on the foot. If you're just sitting there waiting to get married before you start your life, or sitting down there waiting to get married before you get some things done, then this video might just be for you. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing 10 things that you should do, I dare say must do, before you get married or before you get engaged. So whether you're single or married, searching, dating, as long as you're not married, this video is for you. If you desire to get married and you are just sitting down there doing nothing, and you just think that the thing you need to do is to find a man or for a man to find you, this video is for my ladies. There are certain things that you have to do before you even think of getting engaged or getting married, and this is as real as you can get. So I'm just going to be sharing 10 of them. Disclaimer, I'm not saying that if you do all of these things, the man will fall down from heaven or the man will automatically find you. No, this is actually just you preparing yourself to be, because obviously you're a whole person, so you're just preparing yourself and living your life and, you know, advancing yourself while you wait for the man that God has for you. My number one point would be for you to build your relationship with God. Build a personal relationship with God. A lot of people don't know that this is a thing, so they just think that, oh, because they're born in a Christian family. By the way, I'm a Christian, I believe in God. So when I say build a relationship with God, I'm talking about Christian faith. So people just think, oh, I was born in a Christian family, or my parents are Christian, so automatically I'm a Christian. You should build a personal relationship with God, get to know God for yourself. And how do you do that? You spend time studying His Word. That's like a perfect place for you to learn about God and build a relationship with Him, and spend time also meditating on His words and putting them into practice. Learn how to hear from God. Learn how to hear from God. Learn the different fruits of the Spirit. These are things that you should already, have or should already have been doing before you even think of getting engaged or getting married. Because at the end of the day, we all need God, whether we like it or not. God is like the center of everything, and that is what He should always be in our lives. So it's better to have a good relationship with God, a very personal, intimate relationship with God, before you get engaged or before you get married. And I would like to add this in this point right here, that you should also be part of a church. Join a Bible believing church and be part of a church. There's something amazing about fellowshipping with people of God, like minds, and you're just together fellowshipping and worshiping God together. And yeah, when you build a personal relationship with God, or while you're building a personal relationship with God, also have a church that you're part of, a community, a Christian community. My second point would be make peace with being single, because singleness is not a disease. Some people make it look like singleness is something very, very bad. Singleness is not a disease. Make that peace, be at peace with the fact that you're single and you're fine, okay? You're single and you're whole. Some people think that because you're single, that a man is going to make them complete, or they need a partner to make them complete. No, you're already complete on your own. And when your partner finds you, the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtaineth favor from God. So when the man after God's heart finds you, he's also finding you as a whole person. He's a whole and you're a whole person, and you're coming together to be one whole people. There's nothing half and half. Yes, there's this funny talk, my racing rib and the rest. There's nothing really missing. You're fine all by yourself. If you're at peace with that fact, you're not going to be desperate to get married, and you're not going to be in a rush to get married. And the chances of you making mistakes in poor choices of spouse, for lack of a better word, it will be very slim. So just be at peace with the fact that you're single. There was a time in my life that I went a full year, and there was a time I went to my life, I think almost 3 years, and I decided that I wasn't going to date anybody, and it was intentional. I just wanted to be on my own. You have to learn how to be at peace with being single. That's pretty much what it is. Before you get married, learn how to be, because some people think that when they get married they'll be happy, or when they get engaged, or when they're dating somebody they'll be happy, but nothing more than God will bring you that joy and peace that you desire. So being at peace with yourself, being at peace alone is like a top priority. My third point is get to know yourself better. Get clear understanding of your values, what you want, what you don't want, your negotiables and non-negotiables. A lot of women a lot of women, especially young women, don't even know about themselves. They don't even know what they like, they don't even know what they dislike. So that's why it's difficult for them to, even when they meet somebody, they can't really tell if it's somebody that they like or somebody that they don't like. They just always want to go with the flow. But when you know yourself, you know your values, you know your negotiables and non-negotiables, when a prospect comes around, you are able to identify if this is the right person for you, or this is the right fit for you at that season of your life, or maybe moving forward, or whatever the case may be. But if you just don't know yourself, anybody and anything goes. But when you know yourself, you tend to even attract, you know, like mind, somebody that shares the same value with you, and you know the like. So it's important to get to know yourself. What are the non-negotiables, the thing you cannot negotiate about? Write them down. I always advise that whatever it is that you're doing, have a journal, write down all these things so that you would know. Don't just say, oh, I have it in my head, I know this is what I like and this is what I don't like. Write it down. You don't have to be all full on the physical qualities. I have a list and doesn't really have physical qualities. When I first wrote it, I got to add physical qualities much later, but then the physical qualities were very few, but then they had more of personalities, like 90% more of personality, trait and value. So you have to write down all the things that you want. You should actually get to know yourself. Is what you know and what you believe in that you most likely attract. You feel me? Number 4 is to learn a skill and build financial independence. Now, this doesn't have to be 100%. Nobody's actually 100% there. But before you get engaged or before you get married, you should be able to have a skill. You should have a skill that, you know, can generate, even if it's little income. Maybe you might not even be working right now. Maybe it's very difficult for you to get a job, but just have a skill, something that if somebody just calls you and say, oh, hey Nancy, can you do this? Or hey, can you do this, Shola? And you're like, yes, I'm going to pay you so amount. But then when they say, oh, I saw this opportunity, can you do this? No. Can you do this? No. Can you do this? No. You don't have any skill. Now, there are different kind of skills. There are digital skills, there are soft skills, there are hard skills. Whatever it is that you like to do, just learn it. Learn it and learn a skill that you enjoy. Learn a skill that is lucrative. There are lots of skills that you can learn to, you know, get money legitimately. I have a video on my channel where I talked about you know, how to make money with your smartphone. I'm going to link it up here and in the description, so do well to go and watch that video. And it's good to have a level of financial independence. It always breaks my heart when I see all these funny posts going around social media, people saying that, oh, I asked him, a lady who says something, I asked him for shawarma and he refused to buy shawarma for me. Or he will say, oh, before I buy shawarma for me, you have to do this for me. Like, shawarma, really? You have to be able to, at least, if you want to take ice cream, if you want to do anything you want to do, if you want to buy a bag, you want to buy your hair, I mean, there's some basic things that you should do. I'm not saying you should like go overboard and be like, oh, you have to be 100% financially independent before you get married. If you get to that point, that's okay, but then you don't necessarily have to be there, but at least have something that you're doing, or at least be in the process of doing something before you get married, because you don't want to be a liability to nobody, and you don't want anybody to be a liability to you, unless you're kids, of course. So yeah, my 5th point is grow your support system, which includes your family, your friends, your acquaintances, you know, have a mentor. Like, just grow your support system. Many times it's easy for us to be like loners. We want to be on our own, we want to do things our way, we don't want to associate with anybody. Yes, there are times like that where we just want to be on our own, but it's really nice for you to have good support system, and it also help you in learning how to also relate with people outside your family, so that you can, you know, learn how to even relate with your in-laws when you get married. People that are mostly reserved and, you know, like to be on their own, they tend to most times have issues with their in-laws, probably because there's just this bridge or there's just this wall that they form, or they don't want anybody to get in. So it's good for you to, I'm not saying you should be like the most friendliest person or the most jovial person. If you're a quiet and reserved person, that is okay, but just learn how to make friends, learn how to build relationships, and learn how to sustain them as well. By the way, let me know in the comments if you're enjoying the video so far, and what are the things that I've mentioned that you think you're already done. Maybe you're married or you're actually single and you've done any of these things that I've mentioned. Please let me know in the comments. Okay, number 6 would be to learn a survival skill. Like, learn a survival skill and also improve yourself. So those are 2 points in one. Learn a survival skill. A survival skill is easy as learning how to cook, learning how to drive, learning how to swim, learning how to take care of the house. And I'm not saying this in part of cooking and taking care of the house. I'm not saying that it's a female whatever role. So all this gender wars and whatever going on. But then as a human being, these are survival skills. I mean, even if you're going to have someone do them for you, it would be nice to, learn how to do them, so that when those people are not there, you can do them for yourself. Learn how to drive. You don't have to have a car to learn how to drive. I learned how to drive when I was in my senior SS2. I learned how to drive. My friend at the time taught me how to drive with his father's car, and I didn't start driving actively until after secondary school, while I was using his dad's car to practice and learn. So if you have a friend that has a car, you can maybe consider speaking to that friend to learn how to drive your car, or take a bold step further to go and enroll in a driving school. After I learned, my friend taught me how to drive. Before I got my license, I had to enroll in a driving school to learn how to drive a manual car, because what I learned was with automatic. So but then I didn't apply for my license and all of that. So you need to learn how to drive if you can. You don't, like I said, you don't have to have a car to learn how to drive, because you don't know what any life can bring your way, and you may need to drive at some point. So yeah, learn how to drive, learn how to swim. I haven't learned how to swim yet, but if you can, learn how to swim. Yeah, learn how to cook your favorite dish or anything at all. Then in terms of improving yourself, improve yourself. If there are skills you need to learn, if there are certifications you need to do to advance your career, if you want to go back to school and do your master's or your PGD or your PhD, whatever it is, this is an opportunity for you to do it, instead of waiting till you get to your husband's house, because there's no need to wait. I mean, continue living your life. Live your life to the fullest. Some people will say things like, oh, they don't want to advance too much, because if they are too advanced, they may not attract the right man, and all of those funny things that are said. But I don't agree with that. I think it's good for you to advance yourself. Before now, I already had a bucket list of things I wanted to do. I wanted to get my master's degree. I wanted to learn how to drive. I wanted to learn how to cook a number of dishes, and yeah, I was able to do all of that, and I did it for myself, because at the end of the day, all these things you're doing, it's not for anybody. It's actually for yourself. It's just an extension to other people, but it's most importantly first for yourself. Number 7 is to build hobbies and interests. What are the things that you like to do? If you don't know, this is a good opportunity for you to find out. Don't wait till you get married before you have hobbies and interests. It doesn't make any sense. I have a blog. I like to write, although I'm not as consistent as I'm supposed to. But yeah, I have a blog. I have my YouTube channel here. What are the things that you like to do? Do you want to be a content creator? Do you want to create content? Do you want to start a podcast? What is it that you want to do? Just go ahead and do it. Build a hobbies, build an interest. Do you want to travel? Go ahead and travel. A lot of people say, oh, they don't want to travel yet until you're married. What makes you think that when you get married you'll be able to travel as much as you want to? I think that a lot of us are just putting our lives on hold for no reason. Travel if you want. If you have the opportunity to travel, if you have the money to travel, by all means travel. My number 8 point would be to work on yourself. It's important to work on yourself. A lot of people just think that people should take them the way they are. They have bad character and they just want people to take them the way they are. That's not it. Work on yourself. If you know you have a bad habit, you have a bad trait, this is a very good opportunity for you to work on yourself and be a better person for yourself and also to the people around you. Number 9 is to be real on the expectations. I used to believe in fairy tales. Like, I'm such a lover girl and I love fairy tales. But then there are some levels to, fairy tales. There are some levels to things. And if you're too fixated on fairy tales, it might affect you somehow. So try to set realistic expectations for the kind of partner that you want, the kind of relationship that you want, the kind of marriage that you want. Try to be real. Last point for this video is start praying and interceding for your husband and your children. Yes, excuse the plane, there is a plane flying around and I don't know if you can hear it, but it's pretty loud. Anyways, so yeah, start praying for your husband, start praying for your family, your unborn babies. Start praying for them. So that time you're using to get worried about, waiting for your husband, why is he not here, why has he not come, I need him right now. Start praying for him, start praying for your unborn kids, start praying for your family. Okay, so yeah, these are the few points I thought to share, and I know that it's going to bless someone out there. And if you enjoyed this video, please do well to share. If you are married and you have any more points or any more tip you'd like to share with people that are unmarried yet, so please share it with us. Tell us what are the things that you think that young women, unmarried women should do before they get married. Yeah, let us know in the comments and I'll be interacting with you from there. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.